What is going on, everybody, and welcome to a brand new video on my channel. My name is ELYYT if you are new, and today's video is going to be a bit different because we're talking about FIFA's life cycle. Every year, as a content creator especially, you can tell when the game starts to die out. Your views are going to be dropping, you're not going to be gaining as many subscribers, and as a whole, we're all getting bored of the game. And for FIFA 18, that seemed like it happened, at least for me, very early into the life cycle. But before we get into what killed off FIFA 18 early and what we need to see in FIFA 19 for it to last a little bit longer, we're gonna go back to when I started playing FIFA in FIFA 14. To this day, FIFA 14 is still probably my favorite FIFA. Now, I never made FIFA 14 content. I was just a casual player like you guys. At first, I had to learn how everything worked, chemistry, trading, everything like that. But a few months in, I was getting quite good in the trading scene for FIFA 14. I was trading up to a few 100,000 coins, and by the end of the game, I had traded up to a couple of million. And it was a lot easier back then. One, you didn't have price ranges. Two, obviously, there was still a lot of coin buying in the market. We remember KSI's advertisement at the beginning of his videos to this day. But besides the point, it was a very well-balanced game between wanting to play gameplay, wanting to use the market, and just having a lot to do with the game until the game was over. I was playing the World Cup mode in FIFA 14 until the day FIFA 15 dropped. And that was the best FIFA to this day for that reason. It's because people wanted to play that all the way throughout the year, and at no point were we like, I'm getting bored with this game. In FIFA 14, that wasn't an issue. It was awesome. But then came on FIFA 15, which is a lot of people's favorite game still for FIFA. FIFA 15 was pretty good, in my opinion, until March. And this is really when things started going downhill. Now, every video game is going to have its problems. For EA, it really was the servers still. Whenever there was a promotion, you would try to get onto the market to open packs, and the store wouldn't even work. And that was a problem. But if that was the biggest problem for FIFA, I think I speak for everyone when we say that would be awesome, but it's not the biggest problem. And there's still a lot of problems that EA are working out, or at least hopefully working out. We don't know what's going on there in Vancouver. But I digress. Back to what I was talking about. It was early March of 2015, and EA had a new concept. It was an idea that would help new players. It wouldn't screw over the veterans. It would stabilize the market, and it would prevent coin buying. All of this seems like bliss to both the player and EA. But that solution was price ranges. And I think I speak for everyone when I say that was a disaster, at least in FIFA 15. I was on the PlayStation market, which reacted different than the Xbox market, but essentially, this is what happened. Coins became easier to buy, they became cheaper to buy, because all you would need to do was either A, you would buy an account with the coins already on them and open the packs that way, or two, you would just transfer the coins 600,000 coins at a time, and given the fact that they were cheaper, you didn't mind. You would just get a card that had a max price range of a million and a minimum of 200,000, and they'd sell for like 230,000, so you would use that extra 700k and you would transfer it that way, and you'd transfer 15 million coins for $30, which is a hell of a deal in my opinion. And yes, I am guilty of buying a few accounts back in the day, especially when price ranges were placed in the game. Not only did they implement that in March, they had to push back Team of the Season, which was a couple months later because the market still was in shambles. They weren't updating price ranges, which made it so that cards were either not selling because they were priced too high on their price ranges, or they wouldn't be on the market at all. They would be extinct from the market because their range was too low. And then EA maybe realized that, hey, this is an open market. This isn't communism here. These cards aren't gonna sell for a certain price just because we say they're gonna sell for that price. And I guess they had to learn the hard way for that. But come FIFA 16, 17, and 18, it became less of a problem because they would actually update the price ranges. Now, as somebody who understands the market and understands the simple economics that go into it, yeah, they don't really make a difference on the prices. They don't really stop people from buying coins, but they're just there at this point. I'm just going through the stages that FIFA has followed throughout these last few years. So FIFA 15 was a mess for the last few months, but we got to FIFA 16, and hopefully they're going to update price ranges this year. Foot Draft came out, everybody was hyped, and I believe this was the year that they added women to FIFA as well. So you add a total new game mode where you can play with women on FIFA. You add a total new game mode called Foot Draft, and everybody's hyped on the demo. Everybody's playing Foot Draft. Everybody's excited for this game. The actual game drops. We're playing Foot Draft. We're playing with the women. And about 5 or 6 days in, we're like, is that it? Because we've been playing this for 5-6 days straight, doing foot drafts over and over again, and we're already bored. That game was probably the worst video game I've ever played in my entire life. Not only was this peak scripting FIFA era where everybody was totally convinced that the game had broken momentum mechanics, and it did, and there was also a, I guess, conspiracy that there was scripting to where FIFA would choose a player to win before the game even started. Now, I wouldn't go that far, but there was definitely broken mechanics in this game that made gameplay unplayable. And so I really did not enjoy playing the game, even though that was probably the FIFA that I was the best at. Trading was still pretty tough at this point because, one, you didn't have FUT champions yet. Two, you didn't have squad building challenges yet. And given the fact that nobody wanted to actually play the game, there was not much content to give out. There wasn't people actually playing it. And it was just a dead video game from the first month of release. So that was a very depressing year for FIFA. But in FIFA 17, everybody came back because EA knocked it out of the ballpark. It was brilliant. This was the year that PES could have taken over the scene. Now, I'm not saying that PES has ever really had a huge chance of taking over the scene, but given the fact that nobody really enjoyed FIFA 16, I'm saying that if PES had created a half-decent game, I'm sure that they would have been able to at least gain a bigger market for their game. But year in and year out, PES continued to drop the ball, and they never market their game correctly, which is why EA's FIFA is always on top. And honestly, I hope it stays that way. Konami have had their chance to really be a competitor for this market, but instead, Konami continues to struggle. And if Konami were doing a little bit better with PES, that might threaten EA to the point where they would actually care about their consumers a little bit more. But I think we'll get into that a little bit later. Let's continue on. FIFA 17, squad building challenges, FUT champions, great additions to the game. Now, each of these have their problems, mostly in FUT champions. Gameplay, 40 games a week, and it's tough, but it does give a lot of reason to play the game. You cannot deny that. Plus, with the games being every single weekend, the market fluctuates a ton. So even if you're not huge into the game like I am, and you're a big trader like I am, you're still really happy about it. And it really does add a lot of things to do within the game. So FIFA 17 was great. I think that was the second best FIFA, possibly the best FIFA, to FIFA 14 also being an absolutely unbelievable game. And FIFA was really just rebirth. It was awesome. That was the year that I started growing on YouTube, growing on Twitch as well. And I have everything to thank for that game. In FIFA 18, we saw Yasser Qureshi tweet out that FIFA 17 was only the beginning and FIFA 18 was going to be even better. But essentially what happened was they re-released FIFA 17. They added the weekly challenges. They got rid of the tournaments. And they didn't even do as much as they did in FIFA 17. Now, that is the overall consensus, but if we dig a little bit deeper, there's a lot of reasons why FIFA 18 actually died much earlier than FIFA 17. Now, let's go back all the way to the beginning of December, which is when I started to feel the game kind of dying down. We had already seen the scrims come out, and they get boosted throughout the year, which was really, really cool for the first couple months, and then nobody cared about them anymore. You also had the icon SBCs, which affected the market a ton for the first few weeks, but after the first few weeks, people realized, hey, they're not even worth it, and nobody did them for the rest of the year. So it became a problem there. People weren't doing these SBCs like they were in FIFA 17. People were trying to save their coins and stay liquidated rather than throw their coins away into non-tradable SBC cards, which was a problem. We entered Footmas and everybody knew all of the cards before they were even released. That killed the hype of Footmas. That killed the speculation every day, like, ooh, who's gonna come out next day? Who's gonna be the number 18 card for Footmas? Everybody already knew because they were leaked. Now, EA have done a better job on creating a system to where they don't have their squad building challenges leaked as much, but it definitely still is a problem. And I think that if EA figured out a way to keep people from seeing the codes and seeing why or what SBCs are coming out before they actually do, that would create a lot more hype when the SBC is dropped, because people have known for 12 hours already which SBCs are coming out. Or in Footmas's case, they knew a week and a half beforehand, which was a big problem. So Footmas was completely dead. One, the cards weren't really even worth doing because of the price and the rating that you needed to do the SBCs. They're non-tradable. Nobody was doing them, and we already knew what cards were coming out anyway, so ultimately nobody really cared. Then we entered into Team of the Year, and that's when I was like done with the game. I played for one more week, Team of the Year was over, and I started playing PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds on stream for a few months. And then I switched to Fortnite. And you know what? April came around and I was like, you know what? I'm going to force myself to play this game. You guys want to see this content. You're not here to watch me play Fortnite. I'm going to go ahead and give you guys the content that you want. And so I started up Trading Glory Season 2, and it did well, and it was fun for a little while, and I got bored again. And ultimately, this game just could not figure it out. So a couple more problems that I hope that EA fix, and I covered some of these in the 50 things we want to see in FIFA 19 video. If you haven't seen that, go watch it. I covered a couple of these. Was you guys released special cards like every week, EA. I mean, when Salah has 18 special cards in a game, I mean, really, is it even special anymore? Because there's been a special card Salah out for more time than the regular Salah's been out this year. I'd say the regular Salah is more special than the freaking special cards. There shouldn't be that many special cards in the game. Also, don't confuse me so much with the Man of the Match cards. I mean, the Man of the Match cards are cool and all. I like the idea of them, but why is there an I Man of the Match, an E Man of the Match, O Man of the Match, C Man of the Match? What? Just make a Man of the Match. Like, you're confusing me, and I'm a die-hard player. I trade, I know the market, and I still don't even know all the Man of the Match cards, let alone the basic, you know, casual player. So that's a problem that you guys need to fix, and I know I'm getting a little bit nitpicky, but these are problems that I would love to see EA change for FIFA 19. So for the things that we need to see in FIFA 19, one, we need to see the promotions be put out with a little bit more thought behind them, because I feel like sometimes they have an idea and they don't capitalize. A lot of these times they have an awesome promotion and they ruin it on the first day. It has so much potential and then it just dies. So I think that EA just need to put a little bit more thought into these, because the community has let them know what we want. And especially with the new Twitter community managers, EA Zaro, Mr. Zaro, and also Corey Andres. If you guys haven't followed them, they're really nice people, and they're actually listening to the community and making changes within the game. And we saw that towards the end of FIFA, which in my opinion is why we had a great promotion in July and August with the Footies promotion, the Best of promotion. Yeah, that's awesome, but it's August. Can't we see this when the game's dead in February? That would be a lot better for the community. But I think that's all I wanted to talk about in today's video. We kind of went through the life cycles and what EA needs to do for FIFA 19, and honestly my opinions on the previous games as well. But if you guys want to leave a comment on anything I talked about in this video, feel free to do so. I'd love to hear your guys' opinions. I can't wait to start the Trading Glory for FIFA 19. Hopefully you guys are excited as well, and I'll see you then, guys. Peace out.